Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Indeed, Igbos have a lot of persons, especially those in the security architecture, and they are worried over what is going on in the southeast and Nigeria as a whole. And these are the advice that they gave to indigenous people of Biafra on the issue of referendum. Although some of them are actually ex-servicemen, retired people, retired Navy officers, and the rest. But before we go into the newspaper to find out, the nitty-gritty of how they have advised IPOB to go about things and how they will get what they're looking for. Like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. It's an interview. I'm going to take a step from them. A retired Navy officer and Enugu State coordinator of members of retired armed forces, Chief Kenneth Ago, has called on the administration of President Muhammad Buhari to integrate ex-servicemen into the nation's security system to curb insecurity in the country. Ago, who is also the vice chairman of the Nigerian Legion in Enugu East local government area, said that retired servicemen in Nigeria live in penury, which makes them vulnerable to criminal elements who may want to use them for negative ends if the government continues to overlook their capabilities. He also spoke on the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and the call for establishment of state police in Nigeria. For some time now, there has been rising insecurity across the country, including the southeast. What is your assessment of the security situation in Nigeria? They asked him, and this is what he said. He said, with the security situation in the country, some of the things that are happening are being organized by some politicians, maybe to discredit their opponent or to put instability or stuff in the state. In some of the states, there are people that sponsor all those kinds of things because they have problem with the state and they want to prove a point. But generally, the security situation in Nigeria is nothing to write home about. Something drastic needs to be done to bring an end to this mess. Then I asked him, what is that thing that needs to be done? He answered, if you want to checkmate all these things, the federal government has to involve the retired military people. If you go to other developed countries, those people that's retired military personnel are still very valuable because the government has spent money training them and they have gotten experience of war and war-torn areas. They really know the things to look out for, both in intelligence gathering and in trying to protect people and trying to actually gain intelligence on what is happening. Most of these retirees have issues with government because the government is not actually looking out for them. That is what they feel. Look, like now, most of them were promised post housing. If you go to most places in Nigeria, you will see lands mapped out for post housing in different places, but there is no post houses for retired military people. Eventually, when they leave the service, they leave without houses, so they have issues, and these are the people that are vulnerable. Even the people who want to cause trouble or cause insecurity would want to hire these retired military personnel and make use of their knowledge and expertise in dealing with their victims. So government should try to bring these people together. Try to know how many retirees are in a particular vicinity. Bring them together and activate them to be like a watchdog in the community. Those people have to collaborate and mingle with the local vigilante and assist in the community policing and arresting criminals, because they are the people that will know when strangers enter the community. They know the strangers when they come, and they will gather intelligence and go around and have these soldiers that will still go out and know what is happening. So when things are happening, you will know from the onset how to tackle it. When you have the right intelligence, you have the right key to counter some very serious attacks on communities or on the people. Even those people that are kidnapping want to use the retired military people because of them. They now asked him, how do you react to the rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu by the security agencies in Kenya? This is what he said. The way things have been going, many people are actually misinformed, and some people are being incited by his post and what he's saying, and that it has really been so bad on the country. It's good for him to come back to the country. Even if you want to have your own state, you have to follow it the legal way so that lives will not be lost. We have already had a bad experience with the Biafran issue some decades ago. We don't want such a thing to repeat itself. And most of the people that are fomenting this trouble are not even in the country. He is out. And many people are being locked up. Many have gone down. Many properties have been destroyed because of what he's saying. Some people believe, they now asked him, some people believe that Nnamdi Kanu has not gone against any Nigerian law. Do you think this is correct? This was his response. Well, There are many things you might be doing and you may not know that it might be against the law. You may be ignorant of it. So many people look down on Nigerian law and say that the Nigerian legal system is like this or that. But sometimes you will see that they are very serious, they or they can take things seriously. We have seen situations where people get justice in places where they were not expected to get justice. Just like Justice Binta Nyako that granted Nnamdi bail. That's Nnamdi Kanu bail. Most judges wouldn't have granted him bail. But she granted him bail for his own good, to show you that she was not biased. On bridging the law of the country, it is really left for the Attorney General of the Federation and the lawyers to interpret that, because it is left for them to prove some things beyond reasonable doubt before you can really condemn him or not. Coming from an Igbo man, this is serious. Let's continue. Then I asked him a question: how do you suggest the federal government should handle the case of Nnamdi Kanu? That's a good question. Now, this is how he responded. The best way to handle the case of Nnamdi Kanu is for the federal government to bring him to the dialogue table, have a discussion with him, and get him involved in politics. This is because when you are seeing government and governance from a distance, you will think it's an easy thing. But when you get in, you will see that there are many things involved in it. So you need to involve him. Maybe he has erred in one way or the other, and many people have destroyed some things because of IPOB. But it would be good if the federal government pardons him, just like those Boko Haram members that were arrested were pardoned and reintegrated into the society. But where I know that the government will have problem is if he doesn't want to play along with the government to try and make peace and stop this type of agitation for Biafra. Even when they were doing sit at home, many people were not really sitting at home because of their solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, but because of their lives and property. So we don't have to live in fear. I would like to have an Igbo nation, not necessarily Biafra, but because Biafra is not even an Igbo word. We need an Igbo nation where all these people will come together and agree, not trying to force people to join you. But this is serious. I take that again. So not trying to join people to join, not trying to force people to join you, because some people do not really want to join you. Like during the civil issue, some of the people that Nnamdi Kanu is adding now did not really want to come on board with us, because they want their own state. They don't want to be under you, or that you will rule over them. And eventually, when you get this Biafra, people will be surprised that it is not what you expect that you are going to get. Check the case with South Sudan. So let Nnamdi Kanu be involved in elections so that all those his supporters and followers will come out and support him. So when he goes to National Assembly or becomes a governor, he can start talking about referendum. He's actually telling him that why not try politics? Go be involved in politics and all the political gimmicks. Then let your followers support you, vote for you, and